Hello and thanks for joining us from our studios in Israel. I'm Natasha Kirchak here with ILTV's morning briefing.
U.S. President Donald Trump's long-awaited peace deal of the century is expected to be published on Tuesday, and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and rival Benny Gantz of the Blue and White Party are already on their way to the White House. The two Israeli leaders have been invited to Washington to discuss the deal, but don't expect to hear any of the details anytime soon. The meetings will be held behind closed doors. Still, Netanyahu and Gantz are both excited for their high-stakes visit. But not every player is as enthusiastic about the upcoming deal of the century. Palestinian Authority and Hamas officials are all blasting the deal for not properly including the Palestinians in the conversation. In fact, PA President Abbas's spokesperson says that the location to talk is in Ramallah, and large protests are being called for across the West Bank. That being said, the first half of the deal, which has already been revealed, offers massive financial incentives to the PA, provided they come to any agreement. The Palestinian Authority has downgraded its ties with the White House, however, following Washington's recognition of Jerusalem as Israel's capital. IDF jets have struck several different targets in the Gaza Strip after a wave of incendiary devices were launched over the border into Israeli territory. The weekend has seen a number of balloon bunches carrying explosives making their way from the coastal enclave into southern Israeli communities. On Saturday morning, a suspected bomb attached to a balloon bouquet was even found near Kibbutz De Boker, a community that's 40 kilometers or 25 miles from the Strip. The IDF holds the Hamas leaders of Gaza responsible for all terror attacks against Israeli citizens and has just struck a Hamas military post and a weapon manufacturing depot in response to the incendiary devices. Fever, headaches, sore throats. These symptoms usually point to the flu, but they could be signs of coronavirus, a deadly disease that's believed to have originated late last year in a seafood market in the central Chinese city of Wuhan, and is most likely transmitted through coughing and sneezing. The World Health Organization has stopped short of calling the outbreak a global health emergency, but cases of the disease have already been detected in other countries, including the United States, France, Japan, and Canada. Here in Israel, 3 Israelis are currently hospitalized in isolation in Jerusalem, amid fears that they may have come into contact with the deadly virus while traveling in China. But they've apparently been cleared of the coronavirus diagnosis after lab tests. Now the Israeli Health Ministry has issued a warning for Israelis not to travel to China and the region unless it's absolutely critical. The Israeli airline El Al is reportedly allowing travelers with tickets to China to change their flight without any fees or penalties.
That's all for now. I'm Natasha Kirchak, and see you later with our main daily broadcast.